Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Brookings Harbor and all the fishing boats at sea. I'm Cousin Bruce Ellis.
And I'm Kat Liddell. And this is the Insider Report. So let your ears do the walking as we fill you in on what's going on in the Brookings Harbor area and beyond.
Well, hello, and welcome to this week's show that keeps you in the know. Hey, Kat.
Hey, Bruce.
How'd your weekend go, kiddo?
Oh, it was a working weekend. You know, there's just occasional weekend programs on Saturday at the library.
We talk about them, so yeah.
Right, yeah. This month's afternoon indie film was a 1976 film called Farewell to Manzanar, and that's part of our One Book, One Coast programming too, because we're doing a community read of George Takei's They Called Us Enemy, which is a memoir about his family's time incarcerated at the camps during World War II for Japanese Americans.
Yes.
Yeah. And this was also a dramatized account from this woman wrote a memoir about her family's experience there, and so they turned it into a film, and we had a really nice turnout. It was probably about 15 people there that came to go I just want to see what this was like, and just engage more thoughtfully with it, and it was really cool. So
that's great.
Yeah. So
it was just another story like George Takei. You mean?
Yes.
It was just like here. So it's same community and everything. Yeah. Oh, he was there.
So she was in a camp called Manzanar. California, and George Takei's family split some time between Arkansas and then the Tule Lake camp.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
So she was at a different camp, but they went through similar experiences.
They'd all be the same. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So,
bummer.
But then, So I mean, it wasn't a sunshine and rainbows kind of film, but a lot of people were they were really truly curious and wanted to engage. So that was really cool to see.
Well, I bet they got together. I mean, really closer and everything like that. Their communities in the camps themselves would actually get closer to each other and depend on each other more.
Yeah, it was a common thing for banding together, forming really tight-knit bonds.
Which probably they kept after they got out and everything like that,
exactly.
too. So that's,
But then, and then Sunday was I was working on theater stuff. So, I'm getting ready to cast the Laramie project right now. And the turnout for people actually submitting interest forms has been insane.
Really?
We have about 20 applicants right now.
Oh,
and
cool.
So I'm trying to figure out where to put everybody, because it's one of those plays where you can have dozens of roles in there. And oftentimes it's 8 to 10 people playing up to 60 characters. So
really?
Yeah, so I've got flexibility.
Oh, I got to check this one out. I'll have to look at that.
It's incredible, the response to people wanting to be a part of this one.
I got to read a synopsis on it so I know what that's about. Because I've heard of it, but I'm not really delved into it. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and it's a docudrama. It's it's like a documentary and a play essentially about this group called the Tectonic Theater Project went to Laramie, Wyoming after the murder of Matthew Shepard and interviewed the townspeople.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right now.
And so it's kind of a snapshot of how a community responds to this tragedy and kind of grapples with its own morality after something like that happens.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's again something that draws people get together and make something happen, and stuff like that. Yeah.
And the ways that people did come together after
that's
that.
Fun.
For the good. So.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say I
guess I have heard a little bit about that.
I was gonna say you were. Yeah, I was a little too young to remember when that happened in 1998. But you, for sure. Yeah, would have been in the news for you. Yeah, for sure. What about you and Junior?
Well, it's funny you worked, and it was I was just telling Tony before we got on the air that I did not. This was my one weekend. Mm-hmm. The paper was done on Wednesday. Yeah. The show was done on Wednesday. I mowed the yards and everything. Got all the manager stuff done on Thursday. So Friday, I I told him I get one weekend, and this time I made Friday part of that weekend. So I had 3 days of absolutely just hanging out and being cool, and just relaxing and watching my races and going over a friend's house for dinner and stuff like that, and just I had some fun and just relaxed. Didn't have to work on. Didn't have to open the computer at all, other than just normal checkout things, and stuff.
Oh, color me jealous.
I had my vendors thing all caught up too. I made sure I got everything done. My vendors, because I'm always working on that somehow. I just wanted not to have to be on the computer,
right.
And it was fortunate too, because not for my grandson, but for me, because I got everything done, and we had some issues with the Wi-Fi this week in the internet. Saturday and Sunday, and we were having issues and everything. I'm going, I'm glad but my grandson wasn't too thrilled with it, so I had to pull out another computer that has the Windows 11 on it. and I was able to get him Disney on there, and you could watch that and everything. Okay. But it was wild. So, but I didn't have to do nothing. So
right, you want to watch a kid lose their mind in the 21st century? Take the internet away from them.
I'm gonna tell you what. I mean, we don't even know about that stuff back in the day. When my age, when I was a kid, we had nothing like that.
That's why it's so important to find those family camping trips wherever you can.
Those are cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And and you got a certain amount of time you cannot do anything. So yeah. Mm-hmm. So right on. Well, I hope everybody had a good weekend out there, and we do need the rain, so I'm never going to say nothing bad about it because we're really short this year. So I hope we get more, but we're looking like some good weather and everything. But get out there and have some more fun. And we got stuff to tell you about here before we get going. I'd like to thank Oregon South Coast Fishermen, otherwise known as Castaways, and Oregon Coast VIP Marketing for sponsoring the Insider Report. And if you'd like to sponsor our show or one of the other fine shows here at KCIW, just go to kciw.org and you will be on your merry way. And I've got a nice little music schedule here for us. So here we go.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff coming up in May, starting with the Tony Land Band. On the 16th, they'll be playing at Pete's Bar and Grill from 6 to 8. And on the 30th, they'll be over at Kuntai playing from 6 to 8 p.m.
And then Rogue Strings will be playing on the 10th at Augustino's from 1 to 4. On the 23rd, be up in Gold Beach at Groundlings Pizza, 6 to 8. And then on the 30th, doing the One King Entertainment Street Festival from 3:15 to 4:15.
Okay, and then Cisco is playing on the 8th and the 21st over at Seaview Senior Living from noon to 1:30. On the 15th, he'll be at Addie's in Crescent City playing noon to 1:30. On the 16th, he'll be at the Chetco Grange from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., and on the 29th of May, he'll be at the Chetco Activity Center playing 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Yep, and the Mighty Steelheads on the 22nd, they'll be at Inatech at 7 p.m. And then on the 23rd, they're going to be at the Azalea Festival at the band shell, but it's to be announced the time. So we'll let you know before then.
I'm sure we'll figure out
I'm sure they'll send me something, I'll get on it.
Yeah. Hey, the Italian guys are going to be playing on the 23rd at Inateca in Crescent City at 7 p.m.
And then Black GTO on the 29th, they'll be at Inateca at 7 p.m. And on the 30th, they'll be at Porta Pint South at 7 p.m.
Okay, and then Disturbing the Peace is playing on the 23rd at Chetco Brewing Co. at 7.
And then Gray Matter Revival is on the 8th. They'll be at World Headquarters 101, 7 to 9. And on the 23rd at the Azalea Festival at 2 p.m.
And then Mike Powell and Friends playing on the 15th at Chetco Brewing Co., 6 to 8 p.m. On the 30th, you'll find them at Umbrella Farms playing from noon to 2.
Yeah, and then Mark McDonald, he'll be playing on the 8th at Kuntai, 6 to 8, and at Umbrella Farms, noon to 2. There you go. So, hey, if you got music out there or you have a band and you want to get it out on the air, then all you got to do is send it to CaptainCurry541 at gmail.com, and I will get it on the air for you. No problemo.
Okay. And hey, we're going to turn our attention now to all the stuff that's happening at the Chetco Library at 405 Alder Street in Brookings, starting as usual with their weekly lineup. On Mondays at 5:30 p.m., they have a Qigong for Health and Vitality class. On Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m., they have story time for young children. On Tuesdays at 3:30 p.m., they've got Tween Club for youth ages 10 to 13. Then on Wednesdays at 9:30 a.m., they have a morning Qigong class. From 1:30 to 4, it's their after-school program. It's drop-in activities and snacks for school-age kids. Then Thursdays from 10 to noon, they have the Rowdy Creek String Band. This is an open rehearsal for acoustic string instrument players. Then at 5:30 p.m. on Thursdays, they have their Easy Flow Yoga class. They just recommend you be able to comfortably get up and down from the floor. And then Fridays at 10:30 a.m., they have Threads, Hooks, and Needles. This is a fiber arts club for knitters, sewers, and more. And then on Saturdays, they have at 10:30 a.m. a Saturday story time for young children. And at 1 p.m., they have Saturday Shuffle. You can play and trade Pokemon cards with guidance from a very experienced player, David. And ongoing monthly and special events, of course, all month long and into the spring and possibly through to the end of 2026 with the response we've been getting, is the Beyond 250 Oral History Project. We are seeking people to interview for the rest of this spring or maybe even longer for this oral history project. And anyone who's ever called Brookings Harbor home is welcome to participate, no matter how long you've been in the area. You can learn more about the project and sign up to be interviewed at chetcolibrary.org/Beyond 250, Beyond 250. And then all month long, for the month of May, they're having a kids scavenger hunt. Kids are invited to pick up a scavenger hunt card at the front desk and search through the library for clues. And it's Star Wars themed. And once completed, you can earn a prize. And then, let's see, coming up, there's an ongoing Tuesday Circle of Security parenting classes going on. So through May 26th, that's Tuesdays from 10:30 a.m. to noon. This is a series of free parenting workshops presented in partnership with South Coast Head Start and Pathways to Positive Parenting. It's ideal for parents of kids ages 4 months up to 5 years. Space is limited. They ask that you get in touch and register in advance if you can. And then coming up this week, Friday, May 8th, from 10:30 to 2, we're just an announcement. This class is actually full, and we're looking at planning another one in the future month. There's an advanced directive planning workshop that's going to be going on, and stay tuned. We may be announcing a second round of them. And then Saturday, May 9th from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., there's going to be a Mother's Day craft, tile coasters. Kids can drop in between 11 and 12:30 to decorate and take home a custom tile coaster. And also on the 9th, that's the second Saturday from 3 to 4:30, they're going to be part of the Art Walk having an open house. There's going to be light refreshments served between 3 and 4:30 p.m., and the public is welcome to take in the art on display in the Forest Gallery. May's display features some beautiful watercolor paintings by local artist Lisa Amato. And on Monday, the 11th, all day long, it's their Spice World Day. Take a culinary journey around the world. The spice bags feature a unique monthly spice from a different part of the world, and each bag comes with a tester sample, trivia, and recipe suggestions. Supplies are limited, though, and they're available on a first-come, first-served basis. And then coming up on Tuesday, May 12th at 5 p.m., there's going to be a special event, Our History is Our Future, an intergenerational storytelling panel. This is a facilitated panel discussion with local elders in the 2SLGBTQIA+ community. The evening will reflect on moments in history that shaped the movement and invite the panelists to share their hopes and vision for the future of the queer community. And if you have any questions about library-led events and programs, they're free to attend, whether or not you have a library card. You can always find more info at chetco.librarycalendar.com. You can give them a follow on Facebook, or you can always call them at 541-469-7738.
Yeah. We got a happening library, I'll tell you.
Well, that's the week out here, people.
That's right.
All right, now it's time for Famous Quotes with Cousin Bruce.
Yeah, hey, here are a few quotes from the founder of psychoanalysis himself, Mr. Sigmund Freud. He was born May 6, 1856. He said, "Words have a magical power. They can bring either the greatest happiness or deepest despair. Being entirely honest with oneself is a good exercise." And he says, "Unexpressed emotions never die. They are buried alive and come forth later in uglier ways." And then this one I love because it gives the human nature to the man. Time spent with cats is never wasted. Hope you enjoyed this week's quotes from Sigmund Freud with Cousin Bruce. Till next week, hey, have a great one. Yeah, I was like, hey. Yeah.
I agree.
That's a good one. Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was so cool. I'm going, him saying something like that, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, like I said, I concur.
Yes, well, I do too. That's a great thing.
Just another reminder here from the Chetco Library. They're currently working on their Beyond 250 Living History in Brookings Harbor project. Again, this is running at least through the spring of 2026, but may continue throughout the year. We're seeking storytellers for a local oral history project, and anyone who's ever called Brookings Harbor home, past or present, whether you've been here 1 year, 10 years, or 100 years, we want to hear your experiences of living in this community. To sign up to get to be interviewed, you can call 541-469-7738, or again, check out their website, chetcolibrary.org.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, in Curry County Master Gardener Association Plant Clinic at the Chetco Community Public Library. Surprise, surprise, surprise. This is going on now through the 29th of October, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. every third Monday of the month. Bring your gardening questions to the Master Gardeners. You can call 541-247-6672, extension 7 for more info on that.
Yeah. And speaking of the library, once again.
Yes, indeed.
They are all month long joining libraries up and down the West Coast for their One Book, One Coast event. This is a shared reading initiative, again, connecting library systems across 3 states. And it's bringing readers together around one book to create opportunities for conversation, reflection, and meaningful connection across neighborhoods, cities, and state lines. So this year, the library and its partners are reading and discussing They Called Us Enemy by George Takei, Stephen Scott, and Justin Eisinger, and illustrated by Harmony Becker. They Called Us Enemy is a powerful graphic memoir by George Takei that reflects on civil liberties, democracy, and what it means to be American, both historically and today. And extra physical copies of the book are currently available to borrow. There's unlimited digital copies of the ebook on through June 6th, available on the Libby app as well as the Hoopla app, both digital reading apps provided by the library. And through this shared reading experience, communities are encouraged to explore themes of identity, patriotism, family, loyalty, and resilience while strengthening connections through dialogue and learning. And again, all those ways to access the book. There's going to be some special events as well. The library is going to be leading a community book discussion at Chetco Brewing at 5:30 p.m. in Brookings on Wednesday, May 27th. There's also going to be additional smaller events and activities throughout the spring. And for a full lineup of all those events that are happening around that theme, you can visit chetcolibrary.org/OBOC 2026 for more info and get a full listing of events and activities. And you can also find it on Facebook and all those other places that we've mentioned throughout the program.
Social media is our best friend.
I know,
That's
right? Yeah.
It's great. Now, I was just looking at all the ways you can look at this book. I'm going, wow, okay, that's cool. Yeah, it's all over the place.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you want a copy, you can find a copy. I guarantee it. Yeah.
They'll have it in every kind of shape, way, shape, and form, too. That's great. That's good. Yeah. Really important stuff there. That's history that people need to know about, you know. For sure.
It's a big part of what happened on the home front here in during World War II. Yeah.
That is almost 100 years old. I mean, you know. So,
I know. It's incredible that,
that was way before my time, you know. So it's like, geez, man. So, yeah, it needs to be remembered.
Yeah.
Hey, Brookings Harbor Community Theater, here's something that's not at the library.
It actually is over. I went to the final show on the 2nd of May.
What? It's over?
Yep. It ran through May 2nd. The Baker Street Irregulars.
Oh, they just did it that show.
Yeah, that was the
I didn't catch it.
The first play they'd done in a while by Brookings Harbor Community Theater, and it was very cute little children's play.
Well, then we can talk about. Yeah, that's good.
It was very nice to see them turning out and doing another play. It had been a minute since they'd been able to put a production on. So
what about that place they were in?
So they were in
you told me
the new location for Oregon Coast Dance. They call it the Sea Spray Center, and it's like a converted warehouse that is out in Harbor. It's kind of across the street from Cascadia Pickleball Zone, and I mean they have a stage in there. So
great, awesome, that's really cool.
Yep. So yeah, another possible venue for people. It looks like
that's good. I know the Sea Spray thing's been going on because they're the Oregon dances with us during our events and stuff like that. So we're up to date with them.
It's open.
Good, beautiful. That's wonderful. I'd love to see something like that going. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
See? Now I did my part, and we can do it.
Yeah. But yes, BACT active once more. There we go.
That is great. Elk Valley Casino is presenting Comedy Night with Matt Fulchiron. This is happening on the 9th, 8 p.m. at Elk Valley Casino. Doors open 7:30. Show starts at 8. Tickets are available in advance at the Points Club booth, online at etix.com, or on the day of the show. It must be 21 or older to attend.
Well, hey, coming up, it's also Mother's Day weekend coming up here. And the Chetco Activity Center up there at 550 Chetco Lane behind Subway is presenting Mother's Day Tea by the Sea on the 10th of May. Again, Mother's Day. The doors will open at 1 p.m. The tea service starts at 2 p.m. So they're going to feature a tea bar, specialty teas and lemonades, a silent auction. This is a fundraiser for the Activity Center. There's going to be raffle prizes, door prizes, tea topics, a cup and saucer swap, mini unicorns, and a photo booth. All right, very cute. And so to get access to this wonderful fundraiser event, they are $15 at the door to get a ticket.
Yep. Yeah, the mini unicorns. They had me at mini unicorns. That was it right there. I was like,
delightful.
Okay, this sounds great. Mom would love it. There you go.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah. Hey, Pistol River Concert Association presents the Stillhouse Junkies. This will be happening on the 10th, 6 p.m. Pistol River Concert Association, please present the Colorado-based free-range folk band, Stillhouse Junkies. This dynamic trio explore the worlds between roots, bluegrass, Texas swing, blues, and rock. Their free-flowing musical interplay and improvisation make every show unique as they weave their way through high-energy, intricately composed original songs, never taking the same path twice. This energetic live performance will be at the Pistol River Friendship Hall. Tickets are available for $20 at Wright's Custom Framing in Brookings and at First Chapter Coffee House in Gold Beach or online at pistolriver.com. There you go. Very cool, yeah.
And then over at the Manly Arts Center, they have a schedule here for a series of art workshops coming up, and it looks like they're having a very active children's art program right now. So on the 8th of May, there's going to be needle felting featuring love bugs. On the 12th, it's going to be oyster shell painting. Again, that's part of the children's art program. And then on the 17th, another children's art program, sewing tote bags. And finally, on the 19th of May, they're going to have a Mad Hatter headdress tea party. If you want to check for times for those programs, you can probably find that at the Manly Arts Center's Facebook page or website.
Yep, which the Facebook page, yeah, they have that.
There you go.
But he says, yeah, look at this, tell him to look at the schedule. And I'm going, okay, because it must change. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go. Things happen. Hey, Friends of Curry Campus Speaker Series is presenting Adventures in South Africa. Southwestern Oregon Community College Curry Campus invites the community to join them Thursday, May 14th, 1 to 2 p.m. for a presentation on Adventures in South Africa by Vicki Gorman. This is a free program sponsored by the Friends of Curry Campus and will be held in the community room on Southwestern's Curry Campus, 96082 Lone Ranch Parkway, right off of Highway 101 outside of Brookings. Vicki and her husband, Bill, have been traveling internationally for many years. To date, they have made 5 trips to Africa, mostly to South Africa, and have taken numerous photos and short videos. Vicki became interested in photography when they were living in Australia in 2010 and 2011. She found the Australian wildflowers to be unique and captivating and purchased her first camera while living there. That quickly spiraled into interest in photographing birds as she found the bird life in Australia to be especially colorful and diverse. In addition, there will be lots of stories about Bill and Vicki's interactions with wildlife, including elephants, rhinos, Cape buffalo, and lions. So, yeah. Cool. Yeehaw. Bring a friend and stay tuned for upcoming campus talk in the speaker series. For more information, you can contact Curry Campus at 541-813-1667. Sounds like an adventuresome kind of couple there, I'll tell you what.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, hey, we've got time to talk about a fundraiser coming up for Wally's House in Crescent City. They're presenting a Rubies and Wranglers fundraiser. This is going to be on the 16th of May at 5 p.m. It's going to feature dinner and an auction, live music by Muddy Creek, and food is going to be catered by Fire Bros Barbecue. This is happening at the Curry County Fairgrounds, Dosha Hall. Oh, Wally's House CC. That's Wally's House, Curry County. Wow. I don't know. You always put CC in the script, and I always read it as Crescent City.
Oh, I thought it was in Crescent City.
Nope, that's going to be in Curry County.
Is it in Curry County? That's Curry County?
That is. Wally's House is specific
the
to
fairgrounds. But
yeah.
Is it Wally's? I thought Wally's House was located in Crescent City, though.
I do not know.
Okay.
I
know Addie's is down there. Okay.
Yeah,
okay. I are confused.
Well,
but yeah, I noticed it's at Curry County Fairgrounds. That's
just
cool.
to reiterate, Wally's House of Curry County, Rubies and Wranglers fundraiser happening on the 16th, 5 p.m. It's going to be at the Curry County Fairgrounds at Dosha Hall. You can get tickets for this fundraiser at wallyshouse.org.
And you could probably solve that question, too.
Right.
Where it's at.
There you go. And hey, do we even have time for a bit of real history with Bushwhacker Bruce?
It's a fast one.
Go right ahead. It's time for a bit of real history.
G'day, Cat. G'day, mates. Bushwhacker Bruce here, and welcome to this week's Bit of Real History for your knowledge pleasure. Did you know that at one time in history, an eruption caused a blackout of the sun? It's true. In 536 AD, a massive volcanic eruption, likely in Iceland, triggered a catastrophic volcano winter that blocked the sun for 18 months, leading to unprecedented global darkness, famine, and economic collapses across Europe, the Middle East, and Asia. Temperatures plummeted, causing severe crop failures and marking the start of the coldest decade in 2,000 years. A mysterious, persistent fog rolled across the globe, dimming the sun, which, according to Byzantine historian Procopius, shone without brightness, like the moon, for 18 months. Scientists identified this incident as a colossal eruption in Iceland, which follow-up eruptions in 540 and 547, resulting in a sustained 18-month night and plunging the northern hemisphere into a harsh, decades-long cold spell. The crisis contributed to the decline of empires and are frequently described by scholars as the start of the Dark Ages. Just goes to show, one angry volcano can wreck your whole day. Hope you enjoyed this week's Bit of Real History with yours truly, Bushwhacker Bruce. Until next time, hey, always keep it real.
I'll wreck your whole century.
Wreck your whole life, yeah. So, hey, that was it. We made it to the end, and thank you so very much. The time was perfect. Before we go, I'd like to close out this week's show. We got to go. I got to give a shout out to our fearless producers, Ray and Tony and Tom, for all their great work each week helping us bring our show to the airwaves. I want to thank you all for tuning into this week's Insider Report. Please make sure to tune in on a daily basis to KCIWLP 100.7 FM and listen to all the fine shows they have to offer. You can catch all the show podcasts, including the Insider Report, by going to kciw.org. And we got some live streaming going on there as well. Hey, most of the info for this week's show came from the Insider of Southern Oregon Entertainment newspaper. You can read more by going to insidersouthern.oregon.com, where you also find a link to the Insider Report. Hey, until next week, this is Cousin Bruce Ellis.
And I'm Kat Liddell.
We're signing off, and please support local businesses, keep it real, and spread the love and the peace every chance you get. And hey,
we'll see you out there. Bam! All right.
For music credits for the preceding show, go to kciw.org/credits.